organizing things, getting rid of things that I don't necessarily want to take with us to the next place. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome if you are new, or welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. God, I always feel so incredibly awkward coming back after like a little hiatus. It wasn't intentional for me to take off the amount of time that I did. I don't think that it's ever really intentional. I think it was a mix of like burnout, as well as like health issues, and it's just a busy season. And what turned into like, oh, I'll just miss a week, it's okay, turned into a month. And it literally feels like last week that I last filmed, and it wasn't. It was literally a month ago, which is never ideal, but c'est la vie, alas, here we are. We have a lot of really exciting things going on in our lives right now. Super busy, super exciting, huge things that I've kind of been hinting at for like the last couple of months or so, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. We're moving, and we are going to be moving out of state. We're going to be going a few states over, and it's super exciting, but it's also very stressful. We have some big things planned ahead of us, work-wise. We are going to be changing our entire lifestyles. It's scary, but it's so exciting, and I feel so privileged and so blessed to be able to have like this opportunity. Sorry, you can hear my kids in the back. It's beautiful out. They want to enjoy the day too. I don't blame them. So yeah, we're gonna be moving. So we are doing a lot of like big house projects. We have a realtor that's gonna be coming to our home within the next couple of weeks, and so I'm just trying to get the house into a state of presentable, because it's kind of a hot mess. And we have some things like smaller house projects that we've been putting off for a really long time. We don't have to worry about buying a home, and we don't have to worry about building our home immediately, necessarily. We are going to be living in a little 2-bedroom cabin. It probably, I would say about like 90% of our stuff is going to have to get put away into storage. Which is like, the whole cabin is already furnished. It has TV and thing, like, so that's like really exciting news that is happening. I've been doing a ton of decluttering, and I completely cleaned out our garage. I mean, it's still got stuff in it. It's a garage, and it's holding our storage and all of that. But I mean, you couldn't even walk into it before, which is really embarrassing to say. But it also is just like real life. I mean, the amount of boxes and stuff from like grocery store packaging foods, and not like nasty foods, but you know, like the cardboard and boxes and shipping, and just like broken things that we said we would fix, and just like so many different things. Donations that I said I was going to take, and all that kind of stuff. It's been a task for sure, but slowly going the way through. So the reason I came outside was because I wanted to show you this new plant that I got. I'm so excited about. Let me just go and show you. So this plant here is a Camellia sinensis, and if you don't know what that is, this is basically, she's the mother of 5 teas. This plant is the plant that makes all the teas. So with this tea, you can make white tea, oolong tea, green tea, black tea, yellow tea. And there's another tea that's like very niche, and I don't remember what the name of that tea is, but basically you take the new young buds, can you see it? The young buds up here, and based off of the amount that you let them oxidize will give you a different outcome for the type of tea. And so I've been really big into tea lately. I've cut my morning coffees out. I have been trying to decrease my amount of caffeine, which I think is so funny, this being a tea plant, but it's a different kind. It's like a different strength of tea. I love coffee. Don't get me wrong. Fucking love it. It just doesn't agree with me. So I thought it would be so cool to have a tea garden. I already use my roses for rose, and now I've got tea, so now I can actually do like a rose tea. I have a jasmine vine in my backyard. I don't think that she's gonna come back this year though, unfortunately. So I could have had jasmine green tea, but this is gonna stay as a container plant, so I will be able to take it with me to Missouri, and hopefully she'll grow bigger and I'll be able to make my own tea out of this plant. I think that's so exciting and so fun. I thought my microphone was on this whole time and it was not. Well, anyways, very excited about this tea plant. We're gonna talk a little bit about some of the things that we're gonna be doing. I have a new journal that I made out of like dining table placemats that I got from the thrift store. It's the perfect thickness, and it's just like a fake leather pebbled. It's so pretty. For $3. I got 3 placemats for $3, and it only takes 1 placemat to make a journal. Yeah, this has been like my everyday carry journal. Recently made a little green one, which I really like. I made it with like a little $5 placemat or desk mat from Five Below. That video's been doing well over on the Clock app. That's because journaling should not have to be like this crazy expensive niche kind of hobby thing that like you have to like spend hundreds of dollars on either tools or the product itself. I wanted to show people that you could spend literally like less than $10 to make a journal. And I did that and people love it and I'm so glad. So I did make that one. And it was like, it's turned into like my curriculum journal and I guess like my creative writing journal. I don't know. My thing was like, I want a journal that I can just throw into my bag and not have to worry about like messing up the charms or losing the charms, or like, I feel like things are going to fall out. And I accidentally did that with that one, and it's so beautiful and I love the way that it looks. But I put like really 3 special charms to me on the front, and I'm like, if I lose any single one of these charms, I'm gonna be so sad. And it looks so beautiful with like its laciness, and it's so delicate, and now it's so delicate that I don't want to use it anywhere else than just sitting at my desk. And so I really wanted one that I could just throw it around and not have to worry about banging it up or messing it up, you know? So anyways, this is my new one that I've got. I even put like a little pocket in here. How cool is that? Just like a quick little rundown. Yeah, everything's been like DIY'd from in here, and I've been loving it. This has got my morning pages in it, just a brain dump journal, and then on the back is my like gardening, apothecary, herbalism kind of stuff that I'm doing. So I was just writing down information about my Camellia sinensis. The main house projects that we have, we've told the realtor that we don't want to have to do a lot of huge projects since we're going to be moving out of state. I think it's just going to be a lot for us to like try and manage while we are also living in the home and like having the kids and stuff. So we are willing to sell our home at a little bit of a discounted price, a little bit cheaper of a price to account for like not doing some projects. There's nothing major, I would say, necessarily wrong with the home. However, there is some cosmetic stuff that just needs to be done. I'm doing things like I'm in the process of painting the hallway. It was just a project that I had before, like I found out that I never finished. So I'm just finishing it now. So I don't want the hallway to be 2 different colors. I took down a lot of the decor in my office because I just want the space to feel like very decluttered and fresh for whenever the realtor walks in. And also I'm just kind of beginning to pack things that I know I'm not going to need for the next 3 months, to just kind of like get that off of my plate. Because when it comes down to it, Once we get in there, it's going to be very stressful. And that's going to be one less thing that I'll have to worry about. So, like all the shelving and stuff and the pictures that I've taken down, I have been filling the holes and painting over them and things. We have like that little trim piece in front of our bathtubs that have gotten wet and damaged. We just need to replace those. We need to finish scraping the bathroom ceiling. So unfortunately, I have popcorn ceiling in my house. I don't know if you can see it up there in the corner. Not a fan, but I've lived with it because like that's just a project that I've never wanted to do. However, in our bathroom, it began falling from the ceiling, so we scraped what we could and then just never finished scraping it because we needed like a thing and a thing and like a thing. So in order to like safely properly do it. And so we finally got the contraption to like spray it to moisten it so that we can scrape it off better. And so we need to do that and then paint it because I don't want to just leave like a half scraped bathroom thing. And then I also, need to paint that ceiling. I need to finish doing the backyard. So the backyard has, like I said, a lot of overgrown weeds in the area that I've been avoiding, which used to be my garden. So I have to do that. I have some things that I need to set by the side of the road. I've just been doing them each little by little. I need to repaint my kitchen wall and the kitchen trim. I just redid all of the contact paper on the counters. These are very like minimal things. And of course, clean, because my house has not had a good deep clean, like deep trim and all kind of clean in some months. And it really needs it. So yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that we have to do. That we'll be doing. Spring cleaning, a little bit of gardening, plant stuff, moving stuff. It's gonna be a fun time. As of right now, this is the state of my hallway. I've done all of the trim and I patched all of the holes. I just need to do like the main coat. And then I'm on this side, it's already done. So I just need to do it on this side. I really had to do the trims on like all of the doors because my kids ride their scooters up and down this hallway, if you couldn't tell with the door. And gave that the good old landlord special because it's was looking pretty rough, pretty beaten up. So I just need to get a second coat and then I'll be good. I made a Home Depot order, so that should be here at some point today. I just don't feel like going out. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a minute and then work on a commission that I've got going for an author friend and watch some more Bob's Burgers. I need to clean in here still, like just like the surface cleaning and everything, and then I need to retouch right up here because we were trying to put that vent back on and it was a bitch and a half to put back on. We scraped up the ceiling again. But I got everything else done. This is just the decor. I had it before. I really love it. Yeah, I think that the black ceiling turned out actually really well. It helps make the space look a bit taller. It might be a little bit darker in here, but it definitely looks taller. Like the space looks a lot bigger, I feel like. Ooh, I just ran into the door. So yeah. All right, so it is a new day. It's the next day, and I figured I would try and tackle the, where is it? Oh, right there. The back garden area, and just try to get some of that trimmed down. I'll give you a closer look once I'm up there. Yeah, let's just go over there and see. Okay, so this is the back garden area. It's had a lot of multiple uses. Did quite a bit of gardening. Back here I had a lot of garden beds. Like, are those blackberries? No way those are blackberries. Sorry, I got distracted. It was just too hot to like be able to be out here for several hours a day at a time, and shit was too expensive to be watering that stuff. So I really just neglected it. Depression, all that stuff just really have been hitting over the last couple of years. And now that we're moving, I just want to take care of this. Make it look a little bit nicer. Majority of this stuff over here is thorns. And so I have a chainsaw. It's a little chainsaw. It's nothing like too big. It's electric. Because I really don't think that a weed eater is going to be able to take care of this. And like I said, thorns. And I'm not looking to tear up my hands. I just need to tear up some weeds. I wanted to take a picture of this and see if these were actually blackberries, because they kind of look like a blackberry plant. Oh, it is berries. Such a shame that I'm cutting it back. It's a sawtooth blackberry. That's cool. Prickly bramble in the rose family is a perennial plant native to the eastern and south central United States. Anyways, a cool thing that you can do with your iPhones if you have one is you can take a picture of a plant and it'll automatically look up that picture of the plant. It also does it with, I think, snakes. And, well, not just snakes, just animals in general. It'll tell you what kind of animal it is. Let's see if this works. It works! Okay. Well, see if we can get some of this cut down. I don't know if it's cutting all that well. I think I'm gonna have to try and use my weed eater. It's getting some of that other stuff, but it's just not like catching on to it, you know? My weed eater is dead. This is not starting out great. I'm so bummed. I mean, it's not, at this point, I'm like, I'm not gonna live here, I don't care. But I was pissed. You see like this whole back half here, we've never cut it. I mean, aside from like off of our fence right here, we've never cut it. Our land extends behind this fence. And I was about to leave one day and I saw outside my kitchen window that there was just a guy back here grabbing the foliage off of my fence and just chopping away. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went and ran to Martina. I was like, you better go tell that guy to stop right now. That is our land. I want that there. And so this gaping hole right here was not here before last winter. It was beautiful and lush and green, all like that. And it was Mother Nature's privacy fence, because there is a house that's like right behind it, except for our land probably extends back like another, I'm terrible with distance, 20, 30 feet, something like that. Like a lot. It's a lot. So they were like very much so on our land. They just renting the house behind us. They don't know. They just thought they were helping and cleaning up. But now I have this huge fucking hole. Like just anybody can walk up on the kids playing. It was Mother Nature's privacy fence, and like to this day it still irks me. But I'm a little bit more chill about it now just because we're not going to be living here. But that did piss me off. Because, I mean, look at it. Maybe to like other people, they're like, oh, that looks so ugly. But to me, that's free privacy. So that just, made me so mad. But if I grab this umbrella, like there's going to be spiders in here. I've already begun to have the first roses of spring. Do I want to touch this? Kind of. Look, it's a flower. I love my rose bushes. I'm going to miss them. My rose bushes are beautiful. The previous owners, that's one thing that they did do, was they had like a bunch of, is it calla lilies? Canna lilies? Calla lilies? I don't know what they're called. They were in the back. I've got to clear that out too, honestly. And the rose bushes. And these trees here, do you see these big evergreens here? They were teeny tiny. They were like the size, if not maybe just a tiny bit bigger whenever we bought the house. And now they are huge. The neighbor over here has a tree service. And so they've always got people working in the back. So I just like that we have this, again, Mother Nature's privacy fence. So it's nice. We are just in like our own little secluded area. Except for that gaping hole. As I look over at it. But it's okay. We've had some good memories here. We've had some good times. We've thrown birthday parties back here. Not as like the later years, really. But it is what it is. We've had, like, whenever we first moved out here, we had a little bit of a village. A little bit. But, you know, we moved out here and we lived with my brother and my, at the time, sister-in-law for quite a while. For like, I want to say around a year-ish. Then they bought a new home that was smaller, and we ended up buying this house, which was always our plan, was to buy our own home. So the whole reason we moved out here was so that we could afford our own home and me still be able to still be a stay-at-home mom and stuff, because that just wasn't possible in Denver. Denver is so expensive. And we came out here and we met a group of people, you know, and like without airing out all their business, you know, it felt like we had like our little crew of people. You know, I was having girl nights. I was like, we would have dinner party-esque things. We would make plans together and go to events and things together. And we got so close with some of these people that like our children were calling them auntie and uncle and things like that. And then, you know, marriages split, people moved away, and other people just kind of drifted away. And now we don't really have anybody. And we do have one friend out here that is like real close, but like, you know, she has her people. You know, like majority of my friends and my family, I have relationships with them through text, socials, and messaging and things. And it can get really lonely. We're gonna miss the people that are here, but it'll just be really nice to have our people. Speaking of, I should text back. I just remembered my grandma texted me. Shit. I'm sniffling because I have a runny nose, not because I'm crying. Though I could be. I'm like approaching on flow day 1. Like, it's the signs are there. I cried at the Devil's B-side earlier. I cried at a lovey-dovey anime, which I would probably do anyways, because I'm a sensitive bitch. Okay, I think I can stop rambling, and I think maybe that thing is charged up enough to where we can go and use it. You get used to a lot of the sentimentality, honestly, that's going to be coming this way, because this is the home that my babies grew up in. Okay, we're not gonna go there right now. And I just walked away without the charger. I'm trying to keep you guys in the shade so that the camera doesn't overheat. So my apologies. Let's see if this will work. Ah, that's better. I don't know where to attack this from. I think I might have to go and get the shears. What are they called? Pruners? No, it's not the word I'm looking for. What is the word I'm looking for? What is that called? They're the biggins. Oh yeah, they're over here. Lying next to some dog poop. Great. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, but it's cool. That's why I've got gloves. This to cut down some of these big guys, just so I can kind of get in here and attack it. Typically with these guys, I just toss them over the fence. What is the rule? Leaves of 3, leave them be. Leaves of 5, you'll be fine. Ooh, you are a big guy. Look at you. Ah, let go of me. I know I'm cute, but I'm just thinking about Beauty and the Beast right now. What is it, the prince like went through all the brambles and shit? Hell no. I'm thinking of Sleeping Beauty. Little carpenter bee over here. It is pretty cathartic being out here though, and dealing with all this shit. A little symbolic, if you will. I should probably eat something soon. I haven't eaten lunch today and it's like 3 o'clock. I keep forgetting to eat. And you'd say, Nala, what gives you the confidence to wield such large power tools? Or power tools in general. I wouldn't consider this large, it's teeny tiny. That's when I was 10 years young. I was handed a weed eater and they said, get in the backyard and go eat some weeds. Take care of it. Maybe it is dying. Yeah, it's dying. Damn, okay, well, I did just say that I needed to eat, so I'm gonna go and take a little lunch break. I forgot to pull out meat for dinner tonight. That's like a typical thing for me. I think we're gonna make flautas tonight, so I need to pull out chicken, which I did. I think I have everything else. Oh shit, I don't know if I have cream cheese. They might just be regular flautas. I have some like Laughing Cow cheese that they don't have cream cheese, so they might get Laughing Cow cheese flautas. Which doesn't sound bad. I just like to add like cream cheese into the flautas. I know it's such a white girl thing to do, but my family actually prefers it. I don't even eat the flautas. I'm just not like a big fried food person, so typically I'll eat something else whenever I make them flautas. I'd really like to start getting into like meal prepping lunches, which I've done before, but like easy things that I can just grab from the fridge. I don't even need to like pre-portion them, honestly, just things that I can keep in the fridge. So I really like pasta salads. Yeah, I like pasta salads for that reason. Oh my god, I'll come back when I'm not hot, and which like would be never, am I right? There's a cat out here. I don't know where it went. They were eating the food. Gotta figure out where to set you, because I don't want you just like chilling in the sun. You'll get too hot. You should just kick back, relax, refresh, while I do all the heavy lifting, baby girl. Don't worry about it. You're just here for moral support, and I love you for it. We might get a little bit of bee Ha! There's a bee. Ha ha ha. Get some B-roll. I'm gonna grab the weed eater and then come down here. The B-roll is not gonna be aesthetic or anything because I don't have the energy to both do this and try and figure out all the super cute angles and shit, so you're gonna get what you get. And you don't pitch a fit. That's what I tell my kids. Aw, son of a bitch. That was my monstera plant. Shit. My bad. Knocked over my monstera plant. We are now locked and loaded. Let's do this thing. What I can do about I knew going inside and sitting down would probably be an issue because I've lost a lot of my fire now. Now that I've had the sweet, sweet taste of sitting back down. Whole bunch of big old branches in here. When I was clearing out this area, I'm like, oh, I'll just throw everything in the garden beds. Because then it'll just all break down. Well, that's really where I fucked up. Because then it grew. My plan was to come out here and cut all this stuff back before it turned into a nuisance, but depression had its grip in me. The sound effects are needed, by the way. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. And my weed eater died once again, so I'm cleaning up over this area now. But I'm gonna clean up this area and I might plant, I've got a cast iron plant up front that needs a home. I just pulled up whatever was here before. I don't remember what it was, but it was dead, whatever it was. So I'm gonna maybe plant the cast iron here just to give it somewhere to be. I might have to quit soon though, because I'm getting shaky. And usually that means that I need to quit, or I'm dehydrated, well, both. I think that I'm just gonna plant the cast iron and call it good for today out here. Because if I try and push any further, I'm just gonna get more shaky. I had high hopes trying to knock this out in one go. Unrealistic. This plant looks rough. That's because my husband works with plants, and so he gets to bring home the rougher looking ones if he wants. Okay. Use some of the soil to fill my monsteras. I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but this is how it looks now. You can walk through it. It definitely still needs a lot more work. I've got these monsteras down here. This is the one that I just knocked over. I'm so sorry, babe. Let me see. Those are your shoes.
People use them for dance, not for feet.
Want to do a little dance? A little happy dance? You said that's your pet?
Yeah.
Your
Pet. That's what can pinch us at the beach again.
crabs.
I got a pet crab.
Oh, that's your pet crab.
Yeah.
What a lovely pet crab you have.
This is how he pets eat spiders. Pinch.
You think that he looks like? Oh, careful! You broke it. You think that the Christmas tree plant looks like little pincers on the crab. Last we left off, I think I was showing you the last bit of how I had finished the bathroom and painting the hallway. Those are the two last kind of like major-ish projects that I needed to do. I have obviously, there's like still some other things that I need to get done that are gonna take some work. But I think those were like the most daunting ones that were very obvious that just like needed to be done. The rest of the ones are kind of just like decluttering, cleaning up, organizing things, getting rid of things that I don't necessarily want to take with us to the next place. Yesterday I did a very deep clean on my bathroom, which needed it. I'm very bad about keeping up with like the deep cleans, I'm gonna be honest. So I got down on the floor and cleaned up the floorboards and got into like all the crevices and everything like that, which looks really good. It's mainly just a lot of dust everywhere. I don't know if you watched my video on like my office cleaning, and I got an air purifier. And it has done wonders in the office. I've not had to dust nearly as much, but there's just like a layer of dust everywhere else in the house. And it's just trying to clean that off. Like, let me show you this. All this fuzziness, it's just like, it's insane. And then I wonder why I struggle to breathe all the time. So it's really just trying to get my house back into like an acceptable state of dust. So yeah, yesterday I did my bathroom, and then I also did majority of my bedroom. It was looking crazy. Everybody's clothes were in here from doing laundry. It was rough. So now that I've got the bedroom kind of back into like a working order, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys my full bedroom, but I need to get like a skirt or something to cover up those box springs. They're kind of unsightly. very, it would just make the room look a whole lot better if I had those. We've got closet, bed, which I love my bedding situation. I love that. That's fine. My situation over here, not too bad, just needs a little bit of cleaning up. Honestly, those are just like things that I use. And then this is my vanity. I love my vanities so much. I did get rid of, I had like a little jewelry box, standing jewelry box thing with drawers right here, full of stuff that I almost never touched or used. So I cleared that out. Like some of the jewelry was not real quality jewelry, so they were very tarnished and very metallic smelling and just gross, so I just got rid of those. And then by the end of clearing everything out, I was kind of left with nothing in there, so I moved it out of here just to like make more space. I haven't decided if I want to get rid of it yet or if I want to relocate it somewhere else. It's just sitting in my office right now. So I don't know. I'm such like a person, I don't want to get rid of it, but because, you know, I may want to use it down the line, but I also just don't feel the need, like I have to keep it. And I'm in a point now where we're going to be moving, and is it worth keeping, you know? One, I do need to dust it still, so maybe we'll do that. But otherwise, that's this space. I love this space. Here, I usually have like a big plant here, but I moved her outside because it is good weather now. And then over here to the side is our bathroom, which I did do a deep clean on yesterday. I did everything but the tub. I actually forgot about that because the curtain was closed. Out of sight, out of mind. So I do need to do that. I even scrubbed the toilet and did all the rim and everything down there, and that's a lot for me. I'm a germaphobe. I hate touching things. Like, thankfully I have gloves, but honestly, I probably would have done a lot better if I had like a face mask, because I had my face right next to the toilet and that freaks me out. I just hate touching things that are dirty, which you'd think I would clean more because I hate touching things that are dirty, but I just, especially the toilet, it freaks me out. Anyways, this is our bathroom, and took all my products off of this shelf and wiped down every single product because it was so dusty. Cleaned up all the oils and stuff off of here. I'm now seeing that there's toothpaste. I think that's new. I scrubbed this thing, I promise. My husband's colognes and stuff. And I even put this little lamp in here, because shower lamp. Amazing. I love having a shower lamp instead of the blaring, the big light. No thanks. Shower lamp changes everything for our night showers. So yeah, that's what I've got going on in here. It's nothing shoe fancy, but I do enjoy our little bathroom. And then I also did a little bit of a closet clean out, not like cleaning out clothes necessarily, but just organizing it, making it look nicer. So that's as good as that is gonna get. So I'm pretty happy with that. I need to finish cleaning off this, get it ready, prepared. We have our realtor. She's coming on Tuesday. It's Friday afternoon. She's going to be coming first thing Tuesday morning. So I don't have a lot of time. Tomorrow my niece is coming over, and we're going to go and take her to the park and let the kids spend some time together. I'm going to try and keep them out of the house as much as possible, because it does get crazy around here whenever they all get together. My kids, it's crazy enough, but whenever she comes over, like, this whole house just tornado central. Which they're kids, it's fine, but when I'm trying to get the house ready and prepared, not a great idea. So we'll probably take them to the park. Let's take care of the vanity. That's something that I can do. And then we'll figure out where we're going to move on from there. I also released the cover and the release date for Lazarus today. That's really exciting. I've been sitting on that cover for quite a while. I think I had the cover done before I even had my first draft done. Just because I was just sitting down and playing around with it. So I'll post like a little thing here. This is what Lazarus looks like. It's my new sci-fi horror romance. Horror romance. A little sci-fi novella. Might be a little bit longer than a novella. We'll see. I'm having a hard time kind of trimming it down and trying to make it as impactful as possible. But I don't know, because there's like definitely a story there to tell. But I also want to keep it kind of short and sweet. That's like what I'm struggling mainly with, is just making it. I want to make it have a punch and impactful. And I don't want to drag it out and make things extremely convoluted and unnecessarily long. God, I can't speak. I also want to be able to form a connection between Zeta and Cal naturally and not feel like it's super forced. So it's kind of like hard to find that balance in between them right now. I love it. I love the reveal that I did is so on brand and on point for everything that's going on within the story of the glass shattering on impact. My author friend, her name is Liz, I had like this really plain looking image graphic, and I'm like, this is so just, I need to spice this up. I need to make it better. I don't really know how. And she's like, all right, well, like, send me the link and I'll look at it and I'll see what I can do. And so one of the things that she did was add shattering glass kind of around it, little bits and pieces. And I'm like, wait up, hold a second. That's kind of like that'd be a good idea. Because I like the ones where they show that they kind of like, the covers are ripped off because, they're books. So the paper's ripping. And I liked that, but I wanted to do something just a little bit different, make it a little bit more unique and like to sci-fi-ish. And so her doing those little bits and pieces of shattering glass around the edges made me think, wait, I could do shattering glass to unveil the cover. That would be so cool. So I figured out how to do it within CapCut. And then it kind of just like went on from there. Really, really love that. I thought that was really cool. I'm going to spray this cleaner onto my rag, but not onto the vanity, because I just don't want to ruin the wood or anything. I just need to get it wet enough to get some of this dust off. There was like a couple of weeks where I didn't touch Lazarus at all, and I think that was a good idea for me, because I kind of got to come back with a clearer mind as to what I actually want. I had the first draft done, well, like 80% of the first draft done, and just realized I wasn't really hitting any of the points that I wanted to, but it was already over my word threshold that I wanted to reach. So I'm cutting back some scenes that just aren't really as important, or they seem kind of redundant because they were a little bit repeated. And I am moving forward and trying to like change the scenes up. And so I think I have a clearer picture as to what I actually want. And I think that little break was very needed. I typically try to like take breaks in between each draft, but seeing as I didn't have first draft completely, because I didn't have the first draft completely done because I didn't know where I wanted to go. There was like a spot in the middle that I just didn't know how to connect the 2 points. And now I have that, and now I'm feeling so much better about it. It's just about trying to execute it. But I'm very excited about like the concept of it. I don't have I told you guys like the synopsis of it? So Zeta is responding to a distress call from a research ship called Lazarus, and when she goes on board, she finds that things are not as how they should be, and she ends up getting trapped and sealed onto the ship. There are some unknown threats and species that are aboard that she is trying to run from, and as she's running and seals herself off, she finds a stasis pod with one of the lead scientist researchers on board. And so then they have to kind of work together to figure out how to get off the ship, how to deal with these threats, while also how to deal with these rising tensions and connections and emotions that are happening between them. Very, very exciting. It's a horror romance. It's psychological. There's bio horror. So like if you like to be scared, but you also kind of like like to be a little bit freaky about it. It's a good book. So it's a fun time. I make myself giggle. I love this chair. I love the velvet blue. It's so beautiful and the wood matches perfectly. Because when I bought this vanity, it didn't have a chair. So when I found this, I was just so ecstatic. I think it was like $4.99. It was a very good price. But unfortunately, when I got home, I realized that it's not just straight. It kind of angles out like a trapezoid. And these points are much larger instead of it just being straight. So it doesn't push in. That's my one qualm that I have with this. If it was just straight, it would be perfect. But I don't want to get rid of it because it works and I love it. So I just end up angling it this way. But anytime I like go to sit down in this or I need to open a drawer or something, either way, it's hard to open one of these drawers because it hits it. It's just like a very minor thing, but it can be very frustrating sometimes if I'm already overstimulated. Otherwise, I love it. I love it. Also, look at this. Do you see this purse? Do you see this? A vintage Coach. It even has the little tassel and this tag. Beautiful. I paid $14.99 for this. I thrifted it. I have been on the hunt for a vintage Coach purse for quite a while. And you know what? It even comes with free dried up contacts. I have not done a full clean of this yet, but just how stunning. And like, it's actual Coach. I can feel just by the quality of it. It's so good. So good. Oh, yeah. So stinking cute. I love it. I've just left it here though, hanging because I need to clean it. So yeah. All right, let's move on. Well, my friends, I guess to the office we go. But this is the state of the office. I was editing this morning, making some phone calls, making some appointments that I'm not looking forward to. This was all cleared off last time. No longer cleared off. This needs to be stuff everywhere. Cool. So I don't even know where to start. We can work our way from the top down. What I've noticed a lot with moving is that I have way more stuff than I need. I am just like a goblin that just like loves to collect little things that like things make me happy. But they also overstimulate me, so it's trying to find the right balance of the amount of things and what things make me happy versus just collecting the things. You know what I mean? I have a couple of books up here that I just got. I've got Mary Oliver's Devotions. I'm so excited to get back into this. I read about like half of it before I had to return it back to the library. But now I have the paperback, which is great. And then this one is Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. It sounded really interesting. So it was giving me Midnight at Pear Palace. I love that show so much. If you have not, it's a Turkish drama about this girl who goes into this hotel and she's able to travel back in time in certain rooms, and it's very interesting. Very slow burn, very just, oh my god, I love it so much. I don't think they've released or they've announced a season 3. Oh, I'm wanting to rewatch it right now just thinking about it. It's so good. Turkish know how to do their dramas. Moving on to the desk. I'm just move this cleaner to the side. Look at him. He's so cute. Kane. Oh, that last episode, really. As like a people pleaser who just wants to make everybody happy. My guy. I mean, just like imagine you just like want to make everybody happy and everybody is constantly pissed off at you and you can't do anything about it. You've been trapped in this fucking program your whole life. Life or existence, I should say. It's news to me that it's news to you. Those can go in there. I think this is as good as it's gonna get over here for now. I'm satisfied enough with that because everything here I typically need or will use within the next day or two. So that should be fine. Next, I have some of this stuff here that I need to try and pack away. All right, bubble wrap secured. Not everything on this chair is going to get put away, but I think majority of it. Milady, you shall be wrapped very snugly. My sword. And then I think I've got this shelf over here. I think I want to put that shelf in here too, but not with the sword. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, do I want to put my amp in there? My amp and my distortion pedal. I don't think that I'm going to be playing guitar anytime in the next 3 months. My distortion pedal. As much as I would love to sit down and play guitar, I don't think it's happening. So now I have to rearrange in here a little bit. Move this. I made a decaf iced coffee. And we're back. Oh, what the fuck? Well, my vacuum died, but I got it pretty good. I'll probably give it like one more run through. So the word I'm looking for, before Tuesday. Still like a few little things that I have to put away. This is my closet that you almost never get to see in because it's always so crazy. I have these papers that really need to get put up. It's like a task to try and take these down, so I'm just gonna stick them up there where the next time that I take those down, they'll be there. I can probably just get rid of this.
Can I try that?
Hmm?
Can I try that?
Try what? What do you mean try it? You're gonna write it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this over here. I think that kind of looks nice to like give something to be able to set stuff on. I don't know what I'll do with it necessarily yet, but maybe I can fill it with like crafty things or whatnot. I should dust my shelves like one good time. Don't want to do it right now. I'm tired. You know what has been nice though is that I have been sampling some perfumes. And so every time like I move my arms, I get a whiff of this really, really lovely one that I have been using. It's called Dark Skies by Source. It has agave and desert sage, vanilla. Got like a little bit of like an earthy, kind of creamy, warm tone to it. Kind of like a soft serve margarita. There's no lime, but you can get it from the agave. That sort of sweet end of like a tequila, kind of. It's really nice. It's an extrait. It's not actually like an eau de parfum, but it's an extrait de parfum. And I don't know, it's like the perfect balance of kind of like almost like gourmand. It's really sweet, but it also has like that little, what is it, like a bittery kind of earthy of the saguaro and the desert sage. Beautiful, beautiful. Dark Skies by Source. I think, did I say that? It's like the third time I said that, but it's really nice. I like it. I have a few other samples that I have been trying, but I'll talk more about those in like another video, just because this video is getting way too long and way off topic. Golly. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I like started talking about in this video. I know. Let me go get it. You saw me earlier this video that I was painting my teapot. I thrifted this teapot for like $5 a few weeks ago. And I bought it with the intention that I was going to paint it. But I just didn't know how I wanted to paint it. And so I finally just did it. And this is how it turned out like. I'm so happy with it. I thought I was going to royally fuck this up, which would not have been terrible because I could have just scraped it off and redid it. But it turned out so pretty, except for this. This bothers me, but we're rolling with the imperfections. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh no, it's terrible now that I messed up on that one part. It's perfectly fine. So pretty. I've been drinking my tea out of this teapot every single morning. It's the perfect size for the amount of tea that I drink. I drink probably about like 4 to 5 cups a day. Probably not like normal, you know, like regular mugs. This full pot fills up one of my 40-ounce Simple Modern tumbler things. And so I'll take the tea from this and I'll pour it straight into there. And then I'll just carry that thing around with me all day. And my tea lasts. And I typically have like a smaller mug so that my tea doesn't get super cold. And it just has been working so perfectly. I have a little stainless steel basket that sits in here. I just love whenever I find something that fits so perfectly into my day-to-day and makes my rituals just that much better. I put a sigil on the bottom for health and healing, just because I have like a lot of health issues going on at the moment, and I need mental healing and physical healing, and so just to bring a little bit of magic into the mundanity of things, I did that, and I'm really happy with that. It turned out there was tea in there still. Oops. I just sprayed like a clear coat varnish kind of sealant on it, And I need to do like another coat up here around the gold, and then I'll probably seal it again with that spray just to double check, make sure like none of this is going to come off. I've just been in like a weird, funky mood. I am off of my medication. To be quite honest with you, it's just too expensive for me to be able to keep up with the medication itself is not expensive. It's having to get the prescription rewritten every 3 months or whatever, and I'm test trialing that I'm like off of my medication. I was on Wellbutrin for probably, I'm gonna say I started in November, about 4-ish months. And I mean, it wasn't life-changing or anything. A lot of the time I noticed that a lot of the time I didn't notice like a huge difference, aside from whenever I drank caffeine. It excelled my anxiety insane. I have noticed that it makes my mental clarity a little bit better because it does have the stimulant for ADHD. So it did help with that, and it did help with my motivation a bit. I'm also like very deficient in vitamin D. It was in my blood work that I was very deficient in that, so I've been taking supplements for that. Kind of forgot to take those for a while, for like a couple of weeks, so I'm back on those. But I'm just like test running to see if I actually need the Wellbutrin, or like if it was just like a seasonal depression kind of thing. I've struggled with mental health for since I was a child. But I've always repressed it, and I've always did really good at masking, which has been falling apart as of late and affects my day-to-day life. Always during like the springtime, my mood starts to get better along with everybody else in the world, just because that sunlight starts to come in. It's a whole new age of rebirth, and I'm trying to figure out if I still should be taking Wellbutrin. I hate this because I don't want to sit here and vent. This is not what you're here for, but I also think it's incredibly important to talk about mental health and talk about the reality of it and the reality of motherhood and just living life in general and struggling with mental health. I think it's so important to talk about it and to advocate for medication. But then I also have like this thing inside of me that is just like, nobody wants to hear this. Nobody wants to hear about your problems. We're here for a happy good time. Like, this is all too much. You're oversharing. This is the internet. It's going to be on there forever. It's just two conflicting things. But I think like whenever I hear people talk about like their struggles and everything that they're going through on the internet, it helps me feel validated and seen as well. So I'm just trying to like, you're not alone if this is stuff that you're struggling with. It's really not. And the internet is just highlights of people's lives, and so not reality for most part. And I want to bring a little bit of reality here to like, things are not picture perfect, things are not aesthetic all the time. And it's just, life is fucking life, man. It's got its ups and downs. So I don't want to sit here and talk about like my mental health. I do want to sit here and talk about my mental health, but I don't want it to seem like, oh, pity me party kind of thing. I just want you guys to know that it's like a real thing. It's a thing that I too am struggling with. And whenever I was first diagnosed, the thing that I did in order to make myself feel better prepared for this path that I was going down was I was reading and on Reddit and watching videos and stuff about people's experience with the medication. So, like, I think that it's very helpful to be able to have that sense of being seen in community and stuff, to be able to talk about it freely without any sort of negative connotations, because it is just a fucking chemical imbalance in the brain, and that's fine, and that's okay. And therapy is incredible, and if I had the money, I would go. But I don't, so I sit here and talk about my problems to the internet. Since I've only had one period, I would notice that a lot of like those really negative thoughts would really fester and culminate themselves right before my period, which is the PMDD. And that didn't happen this month, but I could still possibly have the Wellbutrin in my system, and my body's just, I don't know how it works. It could still be in my system a little bit and still like having the after effects. So I'll see like kind of next month. I think I started that entire rant because I was just trying to say I'm off my medication, so it's a little bit hard to focus to get things done. I've been feeling pretty sluggish. I don't remember. I was literally saying, yeah, I think this is gonna be it for this video, and then went on a fucking 15-minute rant about my medications. Yeah, this is what happens whenever I don't film for over a month, because then I just want to sit here and chat and chat and chat. It's like chatting with an old friend, and like you're walking out the door and you're still talking at the door, and then you're out on the front porch and you're still chatting on the front porch, and then you're going to your car and you're standing there with the door open, like everything's in the car, and you're still chatting, and then you roll down the window after you get in the car and you're still talking to them. Like it's like that kind of thing. Like I don't want to hang up, but we've already been together for so long. I am leaving this off here because now my SD card is running out of space, so I think that is my sign to be done. So I am gonna leave you here. I will see you in the next one. I'm probably gonna stop this one and start another one just so that I can keep the ball rolling. I find that if I stop filming for like a day or two, then I just forget to pick up the camera at all. It's kind of like an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, and I just want to keep this going. We're gonna do more packing, more cleaning, more reading, in the next book. I've been reading a book. I haven't even been talking about it. Just so much is going on. But I'll talk about it in the next vlog, and I will see you then. Bye!